All righty. All right, well, everybody file in here. What's up, guys? Wednesday, January the 27th, 2021. Hope you're all doing well. Like I said, we'll let everybody file in. I know everybody probably just finished up watching the pressers, the media availability on YouTube or wherever you watched it. So hope you're all doing well here on this hump day, here on this Wednesday. Taking your questions, calls, comments, of course. You guys see the number on the screen. So hope you're all doing well. Phil, what's going on, man? HML, what's up? Justin, what's going on? Ryan Hobby, what's up? Would love to hear you guys' thoughts again on, you see behind me, Brown plus Jenkins equals a question mark. And, of course, I'm referring to the guys that Shane Beamer and company just picked up in the transfer portal from the FCS St. Francis School, if you will. Would love to hear you guys' thoughts on that. What do you think? How do you think those guys will fare? Also, of course, Shane Beamer and Greg Atkins both speaking to the media, obviously kind of introducing him. What did you guys think of the comments? Overall, very happy. Liked what I heard. Definitely liked what I heard from Shane Beamer. Atkins seems like a good coach. Seems really passionate. Loves the game of football for sure. Yeah, so again, a lot to get into. We got a basketball game tonight, of course. Happy game day. Gamecocks taking on Georgia. Quick reminder, I'll be going live before that game, 6 to 6:30, the Daily Crow pregame show. I will be going live, taking you guys questions, comments, everything else. And then also, of course, 2 o'clock, we've got the SEC schedule coming, or the schedule as a whole coming out for South Carolina football. So we got a busy day here on a Wednesday. So again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls as well. Would love to hear you guys' feedback. Again, a lot to get into. Ryan Hobby, what's up? Todd, Travis, Jacob, what's up? Elizabeth Ballard, what's going on? Yeah, really excited to chat with you guys. Again, quick reminder, a great podcast this morning, episode 368. Breaking down everything basically going on right now, especially with the guys from St. Francis and Jason Brown and EJ Jenkins, and, of course, talking about tonight's basketball game. So would love to hear you guys' thoughts, especially on the football side of things, as far as what do you think, what type of impact do you think Jason Brown and EJ Jenkins will make? So, again, guys, 837-0377. It's 843-790-3377. The phone lines are open. You can also text that number. And, yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump out to the phone lines here.
Justin.
Hey, yo, Justin, what's up, man?
Not much, Chris. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just staying busy. There's no shortage of news or event happening, which is a very, very much a positive in my world. So it's a great day, man. We got a lot going on. So.
Oh yeah. Hey Chris, I was surprised today that Tennessee hired Josh Heupel. You know.
Yeah, Tennessee did hire Josh Heupel. That did happen this morning. That was early news too. It was like 8 a.m. I think I saw that on Twitter. I mean, I think they could have done much worse. You know, the big question in a situation like that is his jump to taking over a job like Tennessee. I mean, he's done good work though. So, I mean, you know, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't know, man. Tennessee's kind of a dumpster fire. So we'll see how it goes overall. But, again, I think they could have done much worse. It is wild, though, that none of these schools or that guys like Freeze and Bill Napie, like Jamie Chadwell, it's like all these names that were so popular, you know, when South Carolina was going throughout their coaching search and people were saying, oh, we should hire those guys. It's like they're still out there. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So.
Yeah, and Chris, the thing about Tennessee is they were trying to wait on Hugh Freeze to come back. You know that?
Yeah, I think maybe one of the reasons I'm starting to think that maybe that there were some issues in regards to like maybe the SEC didn't want him to come back or wasn't going to allow it because of what happened before. I don't know. I'm really shocked that Hugh Freeze is not an SEC coach right now at some schools. So I don't know. Maybe it'll happen, but yeah, no, it's interesting. And again, we'll see what happens with Heupel. Tennessee football, they've got some really deep rooted issues. So obviously with the NCAA stuff coming down, I think it's going to be at minimum, 4 or 5 years before Tennessee is quote unquote back if they ever get there. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah.
Justin, how do you feel about the new additions, the wide receiver and the quarterback?
I think good, Chris.
Yeah.
I think those guys could do great. You know,
yeah.
And it's gonna take some time. You know, they gotta get used to the system. You know.
Yeah, and I mean that's the other thing I talked about on the show today too is like I caution fans not to set the expectations too high because again, there's going to be an adjustment, dude. I said this again multiple times. St. Francis is not the SEC. You know what I mean? So the things you like about these guys, both guys' measurables are awesome. I mean, Jason Brown 6'4", 230, built like a brick shit house, and then you have EJ Jenkins who's 6'8". You know how are you going to cover him? And obviously their stats, what they did at St. Francis is impressive. But I warn Gamecock fans not to be Debbie Downer or anything, but just to be realistic. Like, let's see how these guys transition to the speed of the SEC and the physicality and the grind of playing SEC football. But overall, I mean, listen, you need bodies, you need depth. And I think Shane Beamer said that. And Shane Beamer obviously had really positive things to say about those guys. So I think it's a good pickup for sure, but only time will tell, just how big of an impact those guys will make. But either way, you need bodies and you need depth. I think especially at the wide receiver position. Heck, even at quarterback, you needed depth. You need somebody to come in and push Luke Doty because I think we all were assuming that Doty is going to be the starter. You know what I mean? I'm not totally sold that Brown's going to take his job or that, I think competition is only a positive. So, hey, if Luke Doty wins the job over Jason Brown, I'll feel really good about Luke Doty's development. If Jason Brown takes the job, I'll be like, hey, he's a legit player. So, again, competition's only a positive, in my opinion. So I feel good about it. I feel good. We'll see what happens. But
yeah, me too, Chris. You got that strong body on offensive defense.
Yeah. No, for sure. You need to pick up as many more guys as you can. And they're going to do that. They're going to utilize JUCO. They're going to utilize the transfer portal, of course. So I think the work is far from done for Shane Beamer and company. But I think they've done, again, I tip my cap to them. I think they've done a really good job to this point with limited time, limited resources, everything going down with Carolina football the way it did when he got the job. And, I'm impressed so far with what he's done. So we'll just, the biggest thing is this now. You're getting these guys. Can you develop them? And that's what the last staff couldn't do. And can you put guys in the best possible position to be successful? And that's the other thing the last staff couldn't do. So that's what it'll come down to. But Justin, man, appreciate the call, brother.
Oh, you're welcome, Chris. I'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, man. We'll talk soon. Take care.
You too. Thanks.
All right. Bye. Yeah, appreciate the call. 843-790-3377. Guys, before we get going any further, really quickly want to tell you about my friends over at Flex Squad Fitness because the Daily Crow is presented to you by Flex Squad Fitness. And CJ Profit, the man behind it all, CJ, an awesome dude. He's been a certified personal trainer for 10 years. And I think one of the reasons he's so good at what he does is because he actually has been there. He struggled with his own weight for many years until he lost 85 pounds doing the exact same type of training that he does at the gym. So they do one-on-one and small group training, and it's a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, and endurance training. And the goal is not only help people look great on the outside, but more importantly, help make them stronger and more confident on the inside. And again, guys, like I said, he's been there before, so he knows exactly what you're going through. And he's going to hold you accountable. You stop showing up, he's going to call you, text you, email you, whatever. He's going to keep you motivated. That's the bottom line. He's going to keep you motivated. So they do their best also to make it as fun a place as possible. So when you go out, it's not going to be just some tough workout and something where it's like, oh, you're dreading going, right? It's going to be fun. You're going to get better. You're going to sweat. You're going to laugh. You're going to have a good time. The place changes people inside and out, guys. You're not going to regret walking in the door. You're just going to wish you did it sooner. And here's the kicker, guys. They offer a free week for anyone who wants to try out their classes or 2 free one-on-one sessions to see what they're all about. And guys, if you go there right now, again, that's Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Go there right now. Tell them that we sent you. Tell them the Spurs Up Show sent you. They're going to give you your first month free. I mean, it's a given. It's a no-brainer. So again, if you're looking for a gym, if you're in the area, if you want to travel to it, whatever, but you guys need to know about Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Check out my friend CJ Profit, the dude behind it all. Check him out. Again, tell him we sent you a free month. That's a no-brainer. So again, let's get back to your questions, comments. Again, you guys see the number on the screen there. Elizabeth Ballard said the highlights of these two look really good. I agree for sure. Phil Harris should be open competitions all across the field, considering we only won 2 games last season. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I think all positions are open at this point. Again, you go 2-8 and you win game last 2 years. No position should be safe. I would agree with you. Let's see. Ryan Hobby says Jenkins hybrid tight end wide receiver. The size alone is a mismatch. Yeah, and again, this is a guy we're talking about. He caught 14 touchdowns in 2019. I mean, that's an incredible year. I don't care what level you're at. That's an incredible year. So let's see. Justin says, how do you feel about Frank taking the remainder of the season off because of health? And I thought the comments Frank Martin had regarding his health and the fact he said he only feels 60% right now. It's, he also said that if it wasn't for the obligation he felt to his team, university, he would actually opt out the rest of the season and take care of his health. And, I just say this, speaking on his health first, I know he said he feels an obligation to the university and his team, but like if he's feeling that poorly, I think it probably is in the best interest of everyone that he does sit out. Because I read that comment and I selfishly thought, well, this explains a lot, to be honest. So, I don't know. I think it's definitely a storyline to follow tonight for the rest of the season, how Frank Martin feels. Because, we just all thought he's back from COVID and he feels fine, but it doesn't seem that's the case. So, I don't know. Let's see. Kevin Schuler, I am with you, Chris, on EJ in the red zone, and damn 6'8" on the 50-50 balls will be hard to defend. Yeah. I mean, that's where you got to use him, right? And again, I caution fans because I think this guy's just all of a sudden going to come in and be Alshon Jeffrey or Sidney Rice or even Brian Edwards is, you don't want to ask too much of these kids. But you can't deny six. I mean, how in the world do you cover 6'8"? You know what I mean? How in the world do you do it? So, it'd be interesting to see. Let's see. Dude Raw for show says, I think there's going to be an uptick in the wide receiver room. They regressed under Joe Cox and the COVID year. Yeah, I'd agree. I think Justin Stepp also is going to do wonders in that room. And I think obviously you're seeing in the transfer portal, they're going out and they're getting quality guys. So I expect a massive, massive jump from the wide receivers for sure. David Gooch says, definitely love the size of Brown and Jenkins. Do we know how fast these guys are? Because we all know SEC speed's on a different level. I actually don't know how fast Jenkins is. I mean, I could probably look it up. I'm not 100%. A lot of people, I guess, have Googled this. Let's see. Actually does not. Let's see. Does not have his 40 time. Does not 6'7", 235, guys. That is insane, to be honest with you. Let's see if his recruiting profile had anything. They said he was 6'5", 215 as a senior. So I'm sure somebody has this information available somewhere. I don't know. I'll work on Gap. I was actually just trying to. We'll go back to the phone lines here in the meantime. Yo, what's up, man? How are you?
Chris, what's up, man?
Just hanging out. How's it going?
Good, man. This is Emmett Graham from the upstate, Anderson, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
About 15 minutes from Clemson, man.
Yeah, right in enemy territory. I got one of my really, really good buddies. He lives in Anderson. He complains about it constantly. So.
Yeah, pray for me. But no, I want to call and give my take on that Jason Brown kid, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I watched his film, man, and he can flick the pigskin, man.
Mm. Yeah, kid's got an arm.
I think he has a really good. What?
Go ahead. I said kid's got an arm for sure. From what I've seen, he's got an arm.
Oh, definitely. I think he's got a really good chance to be the starter this year. I really do.
Yeah, I mean,
Luke Doty, Luke Doty is going to have to show us he can pass the football. He's a great athlete, but he's going to have to show us he can pass the football.
I'm excited.
He can throw it.
I'm excited to see what Luke Doty can do with some competent wideouts. I'm not saying that definitely he doesn't need to progress as a passer and everything, but I just don't. I don't really know that we got a fair look at Luke Doty's passing ability. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
that's fair.
Yeah, and I'm not like, if I had to guess who has a better arm, I'd probably say Jason Brown has a better arm overall. But I don't know that Doty is as bad a passer as I think a lot of people have made him out to be. Just because, again, he played in 3 games, and the first one he came in the second half, and Shi Smith was out. The second one he played against Georgia, who has one of the best secondaries in the country, and the third one was at Kentucky, who actually has a pretty good secondary, but on the road in that game was just, a nightmare. So, I mean, I don't totally disagree with you in the sense like, yeah, I definitely think Luke Doty like that. I don't think this spring is probably more important for anyone than it is for Luke Doty as far as taking, like, if he's going to be the guy, he's got to take that next step in spring ball. But, I'll be interested to see like what Doty looks like as a passer, especially under Beamer and Satterfield and, with some competent wideouts. But no, definitely, man. I mean, that's, Jason Brown's probably going to get a lot of the headlines and a lot of the storylines going into this season just because, anytime you add another quarterback, and that's, I kind of expected this, when Beamer got hired and we were sort of going through, late December, really, really early this month, and people were asking about the quarterback position and, talking about Luke Doty. And I kind of just joked, of course, but, it's so hard to project because things happen so quickly in college football and they change so quickly. And we saw last year on Hill, nobody would ever thought he was going to be a starter, and sure enough, he was. And I kind of expected Beamer to add another quarterback, especially if Helinski transferred, which obviously he did. So, we'll see. I mean, the thing I like the most about the kid, again, is arm, but I mean, you got to like his build. I mean, 6'4", 230. You can't coach. You can't. You can't coach that. You can't coach a guy to be that big. Like I like Luke a lot. I like Luke Doty a lot, but
Luke kind of reminds me. Not. I mean, he does a lot of like the way Connor Shaw was put together. I mean.
Oh yeah. I mean, watching him against Mizzou, because I was in the building for that one. Watching him against Mizzou, it was like it felt like the ghost of Connor Shaw. It really did. I mean, in a way, not putting like an unfair comparison on him, but it just like this is the most similar quarterback we've had to Shaw since he played. So again, I think it's it's only a positive. You know what I mean? Like I say this about this quarterback competition. Same thing I said last year. Like I'm not pulling for one guy or the other to get it. I just want the best guy to play. You know what I mean? I don't care which guy's the starter. And I think competition is only a positive. And, I think that a guy who doesn't embrace competition is not a very good athlete or not a competitor or not very good at what they do in general. You know what I mean? So,
I think it's going to be a fair battle because I don't even know if Luke Doty knows the playbook yet.
Right. Oh no, yeah, it should be. Yeah, no, I mean none of them do. It's brand new to all of them. So yeah, it's going to be a very fair battle, and I mean, I think it goes without saying Shane Beamer is going to play the guy that gives his team the best chance to win. Bottom line. So whether that's Doty or Brown, that dude's the one that's going to be out there. So
I like it, Chris, man. Thank you for your time, man. I love what you're doing with the show, brother.
Yeah, no, appreciate it, man. Appreciate the call. Call in anytime. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks. Bye. Yeah, great stuff. 879-377, guys. Taking your questions, comments, everything. So in terms of Dak back to quarterback, maybe. I don't think so. I still don't think he'll go back to quarterback. I will say I do think that Dak Joyner will be used a lot more by this staff, but I don't think it'll be at quarterback. I think he's a guy that needs to get the ball in space, get it in his hands, and let him make plays. I mean, heck, we saw it last year. So let's see. AJ Bowers, Beamer is getting me more and more excited every time. Not trying to jump ahead, but I really feel like we'll be contending for the East real soon. You got to love the offseason. That's all I'll say. You got to love, hey, sky's the limit. The optimism never runs out in the offseason. So Phil Harris says we could use that 6'8" wide receiver on the hardwood tonight against Georgia. Yeah, no kidding. Will Collins, is Brown more a dual threat quarterback? Or hold on. Send that question in again. I'm not getting your question there. Justin, I respect his heart, but I think he should sit out. Also, I could show the positive, negative effect of Frank on the floor or not. I hate to be that guy, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, again, if he's at 60%, I don't see the point. You know what I mean? I think it's doing more damage than good to have him out. I just, you hate to have a guy over there that feels that poorly. If it sounds like that's truly the case. I mean, it just, Brian says, I love that Beamer's creating a staff with adaptability. We have a team of coaches that game plans from week to week. Our last staff was outdated and lazy with game planning. It is so refreshing to have looking to exploit mismatches week to week. EJ Jenkins runs a 4.5. He ran. Oh, awesome. Okay. A guy that runs a 4.5 and is 6'7". That'll play. And yeah, no, I love everything about what Beamer's done with the staff and the way these guys even interact on social media. It's just, does it mean that South Carolina is going to go undefeated this year? No, it does not. But it's a breath of fresh air for a Gamecock fan base that desperately needed it for sure. So, Justin, appreciate the compliment. I literally just got this hat like last weekend. So, Brian Bennett says the competition is between Gauthier and Brown. See, I don't believe that. I think Doty will certainly factor in. I don't know why fans got such a distaste for Luke Doty in the 2.5 games that he played. I mean, I think the dude has talent, can still be a really good quarterback for us. Your local sports talk, does this impact your prediction on how many games or wins we'll have this season? No, I'm sticking to 6-6. I feel pretty good about it. I'll be surprised, honestly, if my prediction changes going into the year. Maybe with the schedule coming out today, like where certain games are, maybe that will change my prediction a little bit. But I feel pretty good with 6-6. Somewhere in that realm, I think, is where this team lands. Will Collins, what kind of offense do you think we'll run? So I know everybody says, spread, air raid. I mean, I think we're still going to run the football. I do. I think we're still going to run the football, but I do think you're going to see a lot more of a spread, up-tempo, modern attack. But again, that does not mean we're not going to run the football. I think we're going to run the football a lot. You got to play ring. And again, that's another thing. You say, what type of offense are we going to run? Well, I think we're going to run an offense from what Shane Beamer at least has said. I think we're going to run an offense that best fits the skill sets of the guys we have on the roster. Bottom line, I think that'll be the case. So, we'll see. Let's see. Chad Godwin. Everyone's knocking the quarterback and wide receiver transfer. Remember, Harris was not recruited by any of the Big Five. Are they knocking them? I haven't seen that. I've seen the opposite. I think most people are saying that Brown's going to be the starter and Jenkins is going to catch for 1,000. Like, I think most fans are pretty hype. So, and, there's no reason to knock the guys. There's no reason to knock the guys at all. But, the reality is that there's going to be an adjustment from St. Francis to the SEC. There just is. You know what I mean? So I'm just my biggest thing is I'm just not overreacting to it. You know what I mean? Like, let's see what these guys do when they get on the field in an SEC game. They strap on the pad, strap on the helmet. Let's see what happens then. Let's see you ball then. So, but I think they're good additions, no question. Owen Turner, I hope Ortre Smith can be back to his freshman form. He's just got to be healthy. I mean, that's bottom line. He's got to be healthy. So, Joey Guyton says, Doty needs time to grow and mature. I believe this offseason we will see that. Yeah, I think it's going to be, a great offseason for him. I mean, he needs it. Obviously, if he's going to win the starting job, he needs it. So, Dorian Middleton Butler, Brown and EJ, the transfers, play both ways in high school. What are the chances of them going to the defensive side of the ball this season, or will they stay at the offensive positions? 110% they will stay on offense. I mean, these are guys that played at St. Francis at their respective offensive positions and were like literally all Americans. They're not going to defense. No question. So, Will Collins, what do you think Shane's favorite uniform combo is? New look. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no clue, to be honest with you. I don't even think I can give an educated guess. So, Chad Godwin says, go on 247 and other sites. People are knocking the guys. Well, now I don't go on 247 because I haven't seen it. So, man, I haven't been on a message board in a long time, guys. Contrary to what some of the fine folks on social media say or think, I do not have time to peruse the online gutter scum that is college message boards. I really don't. I really don't, guys. So that y'all, I'll let y'all handle that. AJ Bowers, why not use Dak for trick plays every now and then because he can throw the ball? I think that's a great idea. Personally, I think that's a great idea. Ritter says, how bad will it get if we lose tonight? I mean, it won't be pleasant. I mean, of course, the pressure's on to win. It's a weird feeling because of the COVID stuff and because of Martin and his comments and stuff like that. It's certainly a strange feeling, certainly a strange dynamic. So, you know. But yeah, if you lose, especially if you look bad doing it, things could get ugly, I think, for sure. I think those, again, the chatter about Frank Martin, right, wrong, or indifferent, because even with the COVID stuff factored in, right, wrong, or indifferent, the chatter will just grow louder and louder and louder if you lose this one tonight. So let's see. John Gibbs, I just hope we don't run the ball at the middle to establish the run because I don't buy that philosophy. What if we want to establish the pass before the run? Run plays that'll work and are explosive. Be exciting because that is contagious. Yeah, I mean, I think certainly they're going to bring an exciting brand of football to Columbia. No doubt. Phil Harris is Brown mobile at all? From what I watched, it looks like he's, fairly mobile. I mean, I don't think he's as fast as Luke Doty, but can certainly move outside the pocket. He can move enough. He's somewhere in between Colin Hill and Luke Doty. So for whatever that means. Whatever that means. I think he's somewhere in between those two guys. So, again, guys, appreciate you all tuning in. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Again, guys, quick reminder, if you haven't done so, check out the podcast that dropped this morning. Episode 368. Talking about, of course, the St. Francis boys and the basketball game tonight. Sorry, guys, just putting a graphic up right now on social media. Some baseball news. Something I heard late last night, but one of the non-conference series has officially been announced. Gamecocks will be taking on Mercer March 5th through 7th. So March 5th through 7th, Carolina will be taking on Mercer. And the way that those are, I know people have asked me, like, Chris, how are you finding this out? Well, these other teams are releasing their schedules, and South Carolina's on them. So I don't know when we are going to get a Carolina baseball schedule. I have no idea. Honestly, guys, I hope it's not today because we already have enough crap going on today. It's like we don't need anything else. But yeah, so there we go. Boom. All right. Will Collins says we need fresh air from men's basketball. I like Frank a lot, but it's getting to that point where it's hard for me to disagree with you, to be honest. Your local sports talk, we could use a two-back system where Harris is fullback and Lloyd is halfback and trick out opponents. Definitely think you're going to see both them on the field. So, Justin says, let's be honest, God himself can come play at Carolina and someone would have something bad to say about him. That's a good point. Phil, it's January 27th and all we're talking about is football, LOL, hashtag football school. I mean, it is what it is. A.J. Bauer says God was a 5-star and he committed us. They'd knock him down to a 2-star. Steven says, what'd you think of what Greg Atkins said? I mean, I liked him overall. I mean, passionate about football. I mean, kind of what you expect from an offensive line coach. I mean, yeah, I got nothing but a thumbs up. So, John Gibbs, I know you're working on a lot, but getting some Spurs up car flags would be lit. I'll have to work on the car flag thing. Cody Gaskins, I think all the quarterbacks this season will get playing time. Maybe so, but you need to have a QB1. Bottom line, you got to have a QB1. Bo Shupp, regarding the offense, remember when the HBC used to say, throw to score, run to win. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I think we're going to run the football a lot. You got to do your strengths, and obviously this team's strength is its running backs. So Adam Ritter says, does Tanner feel pressure about Frank Martin? I mean, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so because, again, when you factor in the COVID stuff and you just fired your football coach and they paid him $13 million to walk, I just highly doubt they're going to make any move. So Ryan Vincent says, I think it'd be cool to see a 2-quarterback system, mixing them in on the formations and matching their skills. See, I don't want to see a 2-quarterback system. If you have 2 quarterbacks, you have 0. So I'm not saying the backup can't play, but you need to know – everybody on that football team needs to know who QB1 is, bottom line. So, yeah, Colby, Tannehill in the building today. That was cool. It was really cool. AJ Bowers, I think Cole makes that jump. The kid looks great. Let's see if he can make the jump to college. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough jump for everybody. It's a tough jump for especially a true freshman playing in the SEC. That is not something that, most freshmen can handle. To be, I mean, it's tough. It's just tough. So it's just tough. Guys, by the way, little teaser. We have got a really, really big interview scheduled for Monday. Very big. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. It's on the baseball side of things. That's the only only hint I'll give you. But it's a big interview. Trust me, it's a very big interview. So, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. Normally, I'll actually just tell you guys, but this one, I kind of want to hold as a surprise. So, again, guys, taking your questions, comments, everything else. Jaden Harris says it's crazy to think at one point we had Shy, Brian, and Debo on the same team. Yeah, it really is. It really is. It really is. Again, I'm not going to say who it is as far as the conversation Monday, but it's a big one. Let me put it this way. It is an interview that all kind of baseball fans will know who this person is. Like not even a question, not even a doubt. So, because heck, I don't even think all Gamecock baseball fans would know who Justin Smoke is, to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, some people don't know who Justin Smoke is. So, Travis Ford, what is Brown and Jenkins' story as to how they fell to a school like St. Francis? I mean, again, it seems like both of them got offered late. I know Brown was a 3-star recruit. I mean, I don't know. Shulin, hey, no issues. Go listen to DJ Jazzy Jeff. All good. Catch you on the flip side, indeed. Brandon Morris, on your show this morning, you said if you don't believe the ball will go in, it won't go in. Maybe we should let the basketball team borrow Derek Moore and Luke Day for a few days. I mean, it just one of those things, just playing with confidence. That's what I mean. Like you gotta find something to feel good about and gather some confidence and roll from there. So that's my biggest thing tonight. I want to see a team just go out and play loose and have fun. I mean, I know we all know the adversity and the pressures and all the negative things going against you, but you've got to find a way to just make this game fun. So, Ryan Vincent, how many years do Brown and Jenkins have for eligibility? Haven't done much research. I think, and I know they're immediately eligible, but I think 2. John Gibbs, they aren't real fans then because Smoke was literally top 5, arguably 2 best baseball hitter we ever had. I mean, I agree with you to an extent. Trust me, I agree. I try to keep in mind that not everybody is a big baseball person. But dude, I'd say Justin Smoke was the best South Carolina hitter who ever lived. I don't really even know almost how you could argue. I mean, the dude owns every offensive stat record ever at Carolina. I mean, trust me, and I love JBJ and Christian Walker and those dudes that played in that run. But dude, Justin Smoke was a monster. So Tyler Knoll says, everybody crapping on Doty is laughable. Guy had 2.5 games last year and seemingly had 0 time to throw the ball. He can make all the throws. Wait until the season starts before you pass judgment on him again. I tend to agree. I don't, I don't think you can pass judgment on Luke Doty's throwing ability from what you saw in those 2.5 games. I just, I don't think you can. So, let's see. Days texting in. Says, I would love to see Harris and Lloyd both in the backfield because how do you not put them both in the backfield? And I don't care what jerseys you wear as long as we win. Yeah, I mean, I agree with every point you made. So, I mean, I have my opinions on the uniforms, but it's more so just for fun. I mean, it's more so just for fun. So, let's see. Just in case your guys were wondering, by the way, I went and checked on the Vegas line. Gamecocks opened as a 5-point favorite for tonight's game against Georgia. That line now sits at South Carolina, still a favorite, but by 4.5. So a little bit of money coming in on Georgia. Or a little bit of money coming in on Georgia, but overall Gamecocks are still the favorite. So take it for what it's worth. Cody Gaskins, do you think this Georgia Tech wideout will be the next Debo? Again, I think that's putting a lot on the kid. But, I mean, you look at what he did at Georgia Tech. This is a legit ball player, that Amarian Brown kid. Very excited for him. He could be. You never know. Could be. But, you got to put some respect on Debo Samuel's name. You know what I mean? What he did at Carolina, the overall stats and the type of player he was, you got to put a little respect on Debo's name. So, John Gibbs to add, Smoke was a switch hitter. She smashed from both sides. No weak area there. I agree. Let's go back to the phone line, too. Hey, Zachary, what's up, man?
Hey, Chris. I just called to come in and say that I'm really excited about the 2 transfers, and I think they'll provide a lot to the program.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I mean, definitely, if nothing else, again, you look at, like I said, the measurables and, what they did at St. Francis. I mean, it speaks for itself. So, and again, you needed to add quality depth and add bodies, if nothing else. And, I think you addressed 2 position units that needed depth badly. So, and again, having competition at the quarterback position is a good thing. And Jenkins, obviously, again, being 6'8" and bringing what he's going to bring to the wide receiver room. And you feel like with Justin Stepp, a guy that can develop him. I feel good about the pickups. I feel, like I said, I'll just be anxious to see, I guess, how big of an impact they make. You know what I mean? Is like, does Jason Brown take the starting job? Is EJ Jenkins a big time ball player? You know what I mean? But overall, I mean, I'm definitely a big fan of the pickups for sure. That's no question.
Yeah, and I don't get. I agree with your point of saying. I don't know why people are counting Doty out of the starting job. It's like he didn't get as highly rated, just for showing up to these camps. Like he showed that he can do something. So I don't get why people are so low on Doty either.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd put a lot of stock in anything that happened late last year. I mean, you're talking about a team that had no head coach. Doty was a true freshman. He was a true freshman. Yeah. And, that team where was the psyche of that team? Things were just completely falling apart. I mean, it's hard for me to put any stock in what we saw at the end of the year. I mean, the kid's got talent, bottom line. So, yeah, to count Doty out of the quarterback competition is just flat out foolish, in my opinion. So,
yeah, and Jenkins, I'm really like 6'8", like. Wow, like it's just like that's like almost like I don't even think Calvin Johnson was that big though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like, yeah. I'll tell you this, man. All due respect to the kid, man. If you can't ball out being 6'8", you got. I mean, damn, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. So, I mean, if nothing else, maybe some back shoulder fades or guy near the goal line. We'll see.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was mostly thinking red zone with him mostly.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm excited to see because they say Stepp's really good at developing, so I'm really excited to see have Stepp get his hands on him. So.
Yeah. Well, hey, we know this at least. If nothing else, man, the wide receiver development can't be any worse. So it's only up from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I appreciate the call. Thanks so much.
All right.
Thanks. Take care. Yep. Good stuff. 837-377. Somebody texting about Jaheim Bell's Chucky doll. What are you talking? What is this on Instagram, or did I miss this somewhere? I don't know. Anyways, let's see. Savannah Webster, can he play basketball? Yeah, seriously. Paul Yerber says we need defensive help. A top linebacker transfer would be great. Well, yeah, I think that Debo kid could be good. I'm excited for him at least. RJ Kelly, what about O-line help? Doesn't matter whose quarterback is if the defense is in the backfield less than 3 seconds. Yeah, everything across the board has to get from last year. I mean, it's not on just one position. Everybody has to get better. So let's see. Ryan Vincent, yeah, the Edwards hire from Maryland. I think that's a good hire. I do. I think that's a really, really good hire. I think Beamer has made a ton of good hires. So Chance Crocker says it's not matter who the quarterback is. If you don't have wide receivers that can catch, won't matter how good the quarterback is. That is a very good point. So, I mean, yeah, if you don't have good wide receivers, it's going to make life really hard on your quarterback and just really hard on your offense in general. So, like I said, everybody on the offense needs to take a step forward, even running back, even with what Kevin Harris did. Like, everybody needs to get better, bottom line. So, Ryan Hobby says, I just hope the defense is better than they are on Road to Glory. Yeah, me too. Me too, my guy. Me too. Savannah Webster, watching our men's basketball team, I feel like we're undersized compared to our SEC competition. Thoughts? Well, when you don't have Frink and McCreary, I think that will do it to you, because we've definitely looked that way a couple of times this year. There's no question. But God, hopefully you get a guy like McCreary back tonight. Tyler Knoll says when Luke had time, he made throws. Again, yeah, I agree. Again, this whole narrative that Luke Doty can't throw the football to me is just, it's misguided and it's just inaccurate, bottom line. So, Colby Parker, you were the one that texted with the Chucky doll on it. I like that. That's funny. John Gibbs says, I'm ready for Birch and Pickens to start playing like Ingram and Quarles, because 100% the reason why they were so good back then was because of the defensive line. It all starts up front. And I agree with you. You need them. You need them both. Phil says, as the residents of Manchester, New Hampshire know, I love a good car flag. He also says, who hates a two-quarterback system? Steven Garcia. Yeah, he literally told me on the airwaves that he told Spurrier, he's like, if you ever do that again, I am transferring. So, yeah. I mean, wouldn't you, though, if you were a quarterback, you really want to play in a two-quarterback system? Jaden Harris, no, they just said Frank out for medical reasons. Whatever medical reasons is, I have no idea. I have absolutely no clue. Stan Webster, Auburn beat Mizzou. Maybe Auburn is better than we thought. Well, I mean, either way, we lost to both teams. So what difference does it make? What difference does it make? We lost to both of them. You know what I mean? So also we lost to Auburn by 30. I mean, I mean, you got to win tonight. Bottom line, you've got to win tonight. So it's kind of the point Phil made earlier. We literally have a basketball game tonight, and this entire chat has been football. I mean, hey, it's what moves the needle, especially when your basketball team is in the West. Let's jump on. Oh, all right. Well, hey, call back in. I don't know what happened there. Somebody just hung up. Call back in. Again, the number on the screen, 843-790-3377. Like I said, quick reminder, guys, check out the podcast. Dropped this morning, episode 368, breaking down everything from Jason Brown and EJ Jenkins' official commitments. Also, the game tonight. South Carolina taking on the Georgia Bulldogs at Colonial Life Arena. So, AJ Bowers, Doty showed in high school some of the throws he made this past season, just showed he can make throws. He was just under pressure most of the time. Tyler Noel, how about Tennessee hiring Heupel? Seems like the AD made a buddy hire. They could have done so much better. I don't think it's a terrible hire, though, honestly. I think Tennessee could have done much worse also. But you also got to think, man, how many coaches wanted that job? I mean, Tennessee's a little bit of a dumpster fire right now. So how many coaches really wanted that job, you know? So, Michael Sawyer, I read an article yesterday that Frank Martin has contracted COVID for the second time and was going to opt out for the rest of the season to get healthy. Wish I could find it again. Well, no, the quote was that he said that if he did not feel an obligation to the university and to his team, he would actually opt out this season and get healthy, which, again, was a very interesting quote, interesting comment. And, again, selfishly, my first reaction was, wow, that explains a lot. But realistically, like if he really is feeling that poorly, I think it'd probably be smart for him to do that. I mean, you know, as much as I'd hate to see it, I mean, you hate to see a guy out there who does not feel 100%. You really do. So, let's see. RJ Kelly, we just got to have leaders step up and show accountability, responsibility this year. Seems like everyone was quick to point the finger instead of leading by example. I think you're talking basketball or are you talking football? Dude, we're all for show. I think you're going to see a better coach team under Beamer. That in itself should make all the difference. Yeah, that's the first step. The first step is having a well-coached football team. Once you have a well-coached football team and you have a culture in place, then it's your job to go get big-time ball players. So, bottom line. John Gibbs, do you think Frank still wants to be here? I mean, I don't. There's no reason for me to say that he doesn't. You know, yeah, there's no reason to say that he doesn't. So, Colby Parker, if we fired Frank today, Auburn would hire him in 20 minutes. Would they? They have Bruce Pearl. Why would they do that? Phil Harris says, I saw Smoke at Sarge Field as a student. Dude was legendary. Yeah, Smoke is free. I literally have a signed Justin Smoke card in the studio. I have 3 signed cards displayed right now, and it's Christian Walker, Justin Smoke, and Connor Shaw, of course. So, Tyler Noel, sounds like Connor is going to be heavily involved. Love that. Yeah, I mean, that's a no-brainer. I mean, we literally said during the coaching search that any coach who doesn't plan on Connor should not even get the job. You know what I mean? That's a given. So, again, guys, taking your questions, comments, everything else. 843-790-3377. Got about 15 minutes left. Really busy day today. I'll tell you that. Busy day for yours truly, which, again, we love it. That is a blessing, not a curse. Trust me. Being busy is a blessing is what I always tell people. You know, again, we've still got the SEC schedule dropping at probably be like 2:30 when the full schedule will come out. But, you know, obviously we'll be all over that. And then tons of clips and graphics today. Pre-game show 6 to 6:30. Tip off at 7. I'll do a post-game show for about 10 minutes as well. So we got plenty going on. Cody Gaskins, what did you think about Beamer talking about a quarterback we are currently going after? I'm thinking it has to be Gunner, right? I have no idea. I have no clue. I mean, it's tough to say, but it makes sense. So, Jaden Harris says, if 7 Woods starts, I'm going to lose it. I mean, I don't know how 7 continues to make the starting 5, but and again, I hate to knock the kid, but like if he's one of our best 5, that says a lot kind of about our how limited the options must be on the bench. I mean, because again, Do I think that Evans has talent? Absolutely. But, dude, he has just – I mean, it has been a struggle, and that is putting it kindly. That's putting it kindly, guys, that it's been a struggle, a constant struggle. I literally said on Saturday, a literal 7 would be a better point guard than 7th Woods. I mean, that's how brutal it's been. So Coach Sell says no excuse for Nate Oates at Alabama turning the program around, and Frank has had 9 years. You make a valid point. you make a valid point, man. Donnie Cunningham, 7th Woods, a.k.a. the Tavian Feaster of basketball. That's interesting. What a comparison. Let's see. John Gibson is going to tell the tale if we come out and destroy these small teams we start with, because honestly, we don't do that. Would be great momentum and positivity going into conference. I'm assuming you're talking football, correct? I'm assuming you're talking football. Yeah, so I mean, okay, if you're talking football, yeah, I mean, it definitely sets up well for the non-conference for you to start and build momentum. And yeah, I mean, definitely if you see a team go out there and get a couple big wins and really take care of business, I mean, certainly it's going to be, it's going to be a major shot in the arm for this team and this program. And again, this program just needs things to feel good about. You know what I mean? This program needs good things to feel good about. So, only a positive, I would say. Yeah, that would only be a positive. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Guys, want to say thank you, by the way. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the love and support, but also thank you for the support on the podcast, because I'll have the official numbers after Sunday when the month ends, but very, very happy to announce and proud to announce that we are going to officially, once again, average over 1,000 downloads to the podcast a day, which is a great accomplishment. A great accomplishment. Literally for every day of the month. That's not even for every show. We're averaging well over 1,000 for every single show that drops, because on average we're dropping about 20 or 21 shows or whatever, between 18 and like 22 per month. But yeah, just want to say thank you to you guys, because again, the love, support, and everything, and it's been truly a blessing. We set the record last month with 37.5 thousand downloads. I'm not sure we're going to quite get to that number, but we're going to be pretty darn close. So again, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. Just want to say thank you to you guys. RJ Kelly, man, got to love what Beamer's dad's advice about hiring top coaches and let them go coach. Good to know Coach won't have his hand in the cookie jar and micromanage this stuff like Muschamp did. Yeah, that was certainly one thing that stood out. Was when Shane Beamer said that he's going to allow his guys to coach. Bottom line, I mean that's a breath of fresh air for South Carolina fans after dealing with the last regime and he felt it was a micromanaging situation. John Gibbs says, Chris, did you imagine doing this show if we ever made the playoffs? Yet a natty. It may happen one day. I try to envision it and dream it. Dude, even if it's not football, like I imagine doing this, but in Omaha. I mean, dude, that would just be the best. That would be so awesome. Be so awesome. Yeah. I definitely do dream it, though. Yes. Hopefully one day. Hopefully one day. Tyler Noel, if Ortre is 100% healthy, I feel he can be the number one wide receiver. His freshman year, the guy caught 27 balls with Shy, Bryan, and Debo playing as well. He's a big body who knows how to run routes. He's the guy I think breaks out this year. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I really do. I really do hope you're right. I mean, again, I'm not saying it's not possible, but you just get to a point with guys where it's like, man, is it really ever going to pan out? Is it really meant to be at this point? Ortre's kind of in that camp for me, man, where I'm like, I need to see it first before I predict it. You know what I mean? So I need to. He's got to be healthy. That is the number one thing. He's got to be healthy. Flat out. So. Again, guys, great convo here on a Wednesday, January the 27th, 2021. Excited for the basketball game tonight, by the way. Again, a lot of great stuff going on. I'm excited for the basketball game tonight. Thank God it's not a 9 o'clock tip-off for obvious reasons. I think this was the same situation last week, the Tuesday game, when it was a 7 o'clock. It's like, thank God it's not at 9 because I'll be recording the podcast after the game. So, it'll that would make things interesting. But no, seriously, exciting. Should be a lot of fun. Brandon Wagner, imagine a healthy Ortre and the 6'8" guy on the field, the Georgia Tech guy in the slot. Hey, that'd be ideal to say the least. USC Sports, who do you think will be the go-to tight ends? Mullins, Muse, and Bell. I think Jaheim Bell and Nick Muse, I think, will probably be the top two if I had to predict. Key Mullins right behind him. I feel really good about the tight end position. Yeah. I think Jaheim Bell is going to be a star, man. I think Jaheim Bell is going to be a star for sure. Tyrell Campbell Sr. says with EJ on the field, there should be no reason why some of the other receivers should not produce. Yeah, I mean, you know, again, we need all the help we can get at the wide receiver position. I think E.J. Jenkins certainly can provide that. R.J. Kelly says, what happened to Jalen Dickerson? He showed promise as a freshman, got hurt, and just fell off the map. Well, he got hurt a lot. He got hurt like 3 times. Played well when he played last year, I thought, and I think he's a guy that's probably going to be one of your starting safeties. So, no, I feel good about Jalen's game. Again, he's a guy that, I mean, he wasn't healthy till last year, man. I mean, he had three or more injuries. So, you know, feel good about Jalen Dickerson, his game. And like I said, I'd expect him to be one of your starting safeties for sure. So, yeah, would definitely expect it. Let's see, guys. Got a couple minutes left. Taking your questions, comments, last-minute questions and comments. By the way, nobody even asked, which, again, is how you know, I mean, football school problems, right? But my prediction for the game tonight, you know, I think this is a game certainly South Carolina can win. I don't think Georgia is in any universe world beaters. And, I mean, heck, you sit as a 4.5-point favorite. However, I told you guys, until I am not picking the Gamecocks to win another game until I'm shown otherwise. We're going to learn a lot about this team tonight in regards to its character, its toughness, and its want to. Because, again, the mental state of this team is what I'm most worried about. There's talent on this roster, but this game is not going to come down to talent. It's not going to come down to X's and O's. It's going to come down to the mental fortitude and where is this team at mentally. So I've got Georgia winning 81-79. I think it's a close back and forth game, but it's a game there for the taking, man. And it's on your home floor. I mean, there's just really no excuse. I know you've gone through adversity. I know your coach says he's only 60% healthy. Like, I totally have empathy and get that. But at the same time, you can't just quit the season. You can't just stop showing up, can you? I mean, if you're going to show up, play. So, but I got Georgia right now winning. But, again, I think it's certainly one you can take. So Tyler Noel says, hot take, if Xavier Legette can't get it together in the spring, he should move to safety. He's one of the best athletes on the team, and I think you feel he would flourish as a safety. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, you never know with that type of stuff. You never know. So USC Sports, I agree. The offensive line's got improved. It's got to improve overall. Justin says, being a college basketball fan and finally having my team be competitive, then down, I felt the pain of Rob Snyder and the water boy when he said, yeah, I feel you. Let's see. Yeah. All right, cool. So wrapping up here, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Great stuff. Like I said, pregame show tonight, 6 to 6:30. Tip-off will be at 7. I'll do a little postgame show as well. Also, stay tuned with the content, of course. Schedule dropping it on SEC Network between 2 and 3. That starts at 2 o'clock. Obviously, we'll have full coverage of that and got plenty of clips and graphics. You guys know about this. You guys know. So, again, appreciate you guys all tuning in. Check out the podcast if you have not. Dropped this morning, episode 368. And we will talk to you guys tonight before the game. Appreciate it. Take care.